Okay, so here we go. Episode 2 of Comics Read Aloud. And we got a little guest here. We got Ben Graham here with us to help us along here. And we'll get that going right now. Oh, there's Willie and Adam in the background. Little copyright notice there for you. Okay, so anyway, what's this all about? Anyway, we're talking about why we're doing this. The whole point of it is that I believe that reading them aloud is so much more enjoyable and entertaining and fun, and not many people do it anymore, and I did a lot when I was growing up, so that's what this is all about. So we're going to do a whole series of these. There'll be a lot of different comics, some of my favorite comics, and I'm just going to read them aloud. So if you're if you want someone to read your comic, like, reading your bedtime story, you can kick back and enjoy it. So here we go. The second part of the classic first Death of Adam Warlock. And of course, he was brought back by Stalin, later, for Infinity Watch and Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War and Infinity Pampers and every other stupid title. So it was kind of like it kind of diluted the original tragedy itself, and it went from a tragedy to sort of a farce, because it did have power, real sadness, especially as a little young kid reading it. So anyway, that being said, let's read the second part coming up, and here we go. Okay, Marvel 2-in-1 presents Thing and Spider-Man, all new, king-size annual, To Duel a Mad God. Featuring the Avengers, Captain Marvel, and the epic villainy of Thanos. And of course, you've got this incredible cover by Starlin here. And, these things look amazing. The paper that they used to use, they no longer use it. They use glossy paper now, of course, as you know. But it just looks so amazing on this thin pulp paper. There's nothing quite like it. Anybody who reads comics, has been reading comics for years, will tell you that. So on we go. Death Watch. Wait! Don't read the story until after you check out Avengers Annual number 7, now on sale. It's 3 a.m. You are asleep and your name is Peter Parker. Usually your sleep is the total surrender of the bone weary, but alas, tonight's rest is not to be so. This evening your slumber is to be invaded by a gigantic space ark flanked by smaller ships. You are disturbed as this vision continues, for you suddenly realize that less than an hour ago within this vessel, the Avengers battled side by side with Captain Marvel and a being called Warlock, whom you've met once before. You watch how they fought for their world against a bizarre collection of alien criminals from throughout the galaxy, and you sense the hopelessness of their position, outnumbered 20-1. Unexpectedly, you witness how in the midst of the battle, Captain Marvel and Warlock turned and sped off toward the far side of the sun, followed by the Asgardian Thor and the armor-encased Iron Man. There, hidden by that blazing star, the Kree warrior and golden mystic found a twin space ark, the evil titan Thanos' hidden lair. Once inside the Ark, Marvel managed to destroy a device which would have set our sun nova, but then collapsed from the effort it required. This left the man called Adam Warlock alone to face the awesome might of Thanos, worshipper of death. Your heart breaks as you watch how the valiant Golden Warrior was brutally cut down. Then blazes in new hope as you see how Thor engaged the massive Titan, while Iron Man blasted the synthetic power gem which powered the villain's star-bursting weaponry. This jewel, you realize, was the end product of combining the might of the 5 gems of power, whose sole surviving made is Warlock's soul gem. Thanos realized his main scheme had failed and promptly teleported out of the reach of the wrathful Avengers to initiate his secondary plan of attack. Suddenly, you realize your rest is not being disturbed by nightmares of your own creation, but that all you have experienced is part of a mental call for aid by the Avenger Moondragon. A call you know you must answer, but only after you have the complete story. Your mind returns to the original space arc. You see how Thanos' strategic retreat had returned him to this initial battleground, and you shudder at the smile he wore. You then watch in fascinated horror as the reason for that smile becomes apparent. Under his aid and direction, his army of alien thralls, who up until that point had been a disorganized and ineffectual mob, was suddenly transformed into a well-oiled fighting machine. Avengers drop like flies under the assault. Then suddenly, before you have truly grasped the realities of the struggle you witness, it comes to an end. You begrudgingly admire the way the evil Titan wasted no time in gloating over his fallen foes, but instead quickly manned a nearby armament control console. Quickly he scanned the void between the Space Ark Sanctuary 3 and the Sun, spotted his intended victims, charged several massive weapon batteries, and fired. The main salvo proved powerful enough to incapacitate even the mighty Thunder God Thor. Captain Marvel and Iron Man failed to weather even an indirect blast. So fell Earth's protectors. Surprisingly, though, far from unscathed, Captain Marvel and the Avengers all survived Thanos' conquest and were imprisoned within stasis beams, which keep them a microsecond away from reality and immobile. The only fatality was Adam Warlock. His body was brought before Thanos, who wrenched the soul gem from the fallen hero's brow. At this you shudder. For you sense that even though it has not the power to extinguish all the stars of the night, as Thanos originally hoped to do, the soul gem still possesses the might to blow out the star Sol, our own sun. Perhaps that will be enough to appease death. Oh my God, it's all true, I know it is. Somehow, while imprisoned, Moondragon beamed a telepathic SOS my spider sense picked up in my sleep. But why did she choose me? I'm not equipped for this sort of thing. I'm no powerhouse like Thor or Star Jumper like Captain Marvel. I'm only your typical neighborhood Spider-Man. Meanwhile, countless light years away, on the edge of infinity, a voice is heard. It goes badly. Death's game piece at this point has the superior position, Lord Chaos. We are already forced to place our reserves into play. Yet will even they be enough to win the day for us, Master Order? The Still One has never had such a strong hand before. But so have we in the form of Spider-Man and the man he is destined to ally himself with, Benjamin Grimm. Let us hope they are enough. Okay, Parker, here you are all suited up and ready for action. The only trouble is, your webs aren't long enough to swing you where you have to go. Face it, pal, this is one time you can't play the lone wolf. You need help. You need someone who has access to a spacecraft. So, who should you turn to at a time like this? Well, who else other than those friendly folks over at the Baxter Building? Of course. Blast it, that stinking vampire got the priest. Little kitty cat behind the chair. What are they going to do now? Oh, he's really Salem's Lot is a classic of the 70s. That's a silent sequence. Really funny. Comics are comical. Who? Spider-Man. I should have known. Hiya, Benji. Don't Benji me, you no good insect. But do you got any idea how much that Sakai you just made me swallow cost? Or how bad it tasted? Besides, Reed spent a wad of dough on security devices to keep riffraff like you out. Ben, ain't you got no respect for machinery? Can't you take a hint? We don't like you just popping out of nowhere and scaring the daylights out of us. But it's embarrassing, and think what it does to our images. We've got fans out there, you know. What would they think if... Shut up! Please? What's wrong, Webhead? Got troubles? Yeah. Well, you've come to the right place, then. We're all ears and helping hands here at the Fantastic Four. Boy, am I glad of that. How about using one of those helpful hands to pour us some Java? I got one doozy of a story to lay on you, and coffee will help. 2 cups of caffeine and a doozy of a story later. Spidey, that's the craziest story I ever heard. What have you been smoking, kid? Old tennis shoes? Honestly, Ben, I'm not snowing you. I'm in a fix, and you're the only person I know that I can turn to. All right. You've always been pretty straight with me in the past, so I guess I better check it out. Come on, Reed's got the space shuttle craft he wants me to test pilot when I get a chance. Now's as good a time as any. Where exactly is the giant space ark? Just right of the Earth, facing the sun. Oh, great. Ain't you the regular navigational technician? Sorry. Okay. If it's up there, this crate's got tracking systems that will pin it down. If? Still have your doubts, then? About your story? Perish forbid such a thought. How could anyone in the world doubt the man... How could anyone doubt the word of a man in blue and red leotards who crawls on walls? Say, look, I got some on the radar scope already, pretty big, too. That must be it. Not necessarily. Might be a new space station I ain't heard about, or a drifting asteroid, or the biggest darn spaceship I've ever seen. Look! Sheesh, we get a load of that. Size of that monster. It must be nearly a mile across. Appears like I was wrong about you this time, Spidey. My apologies. What do you mean this time? Hey, what's that? Tractor beam. We've been snagged, getting pulled into the main ship. Well, I've been through this kind of thing before. Once this airlock we're being dragged into is sealed off, we can expect to be attacked by a pack of goons. These type of guys play rough, so you just sit back and let me handle things. No way, Ben. You're not gonna hog all the fun. I didn't just come along for the ride. Say, ain't monster bashing a bit out of your line? Most definitely, but there's plenty of small fries for me to handle. They're not much worse than earthly thugs with jazzy hardware. So I'll keep them off your back while you take care of larger matters. See? Yeah, thanks. Gotta admit these larger matters are kind of keeping me busy. But it's only a temporary condition. See? Yes, I do see, Ben Grimm, how you and your friend are devastating my guardsmen. The two of you could become a danger to my plans, for it allowed you to continue. Action Group 3, prepare to go into immediate Stage 0 environment. Ben, somebody cut off the gravity in the chamber. That was Thanos. I'd recognize that voice anywhere this side of the grave. Spidey, I think we're really in for it now. We sure are. Neither Webhead or myself are at our best in zero gravity. Blast it, they've already taken out Spidey, which means it's only a matter of time before I'm... Next. Yet still another round goes to death. The Thing and Spider-Man have been at least temporarily taken out of play. Of course, we both expected this to happen. Neither were ever meant to carry the day for us. Their job is to release the man who will.
He must be called forth from a world within a gem. A world of green hills and emerald skies. Our champion is, of course, Adam Warlock. I just can't believe it. Less than an hour ago, I was dying from wounds suffered at Thanos' hands. Now I find myself on this paradise-like world within my soul gem, without a care or worry to plague me. Better still, I find myself with friends I thought forever lost to the spirit-devouring power of my soul gem. Gamora, it's so grand to be with you and Pip again. It's even good seeing my old foes who also fell victim to the gem's hunger, for they are no longer my enemies. For here we are all the same feelings. We share all the same feelings, the same memories, the same soul. Within the gem, there is no one victimizing anyone, for such madness would be like harming oneself. I never dreamt such peace and happiness could be. I pray it may last. Darkness, light, awareness, reality. Holy cow! Aptly put, my arachnid adversary, the power of Thanos, devotee of death, is indeed awe-inspiring, is it not? Before you stands mute testimony of my might. Behold my helpless captives, the once invincible Avengers. My thralls are now busy preparing similar accommodations for you, but until then, I thought you might enjoy being shown the fate you are escaping by becoming part of my, shall we say, trophy collection. What I'd really enjoy is putting my fist in your face, creep. Ben, let's hear him out. Ha! I like your friend, Ben Grimm. He's a schemer. He hopes that encouraging my natural long-windedness will give him time to plan. Perhaps even give him some idea on how to circumvent my grand plans. Alas, poor Spider-Man, it is my sad duty to inform you that such dreams are futile. For Thanos now holds the soul gem and stands invincible. Even as we stand here, my army is readying another stellar projector which will bend this gem's power to my will. That power will then be focused on your sun, causing it to go nova and destroy all life in your solar system. Good heaven, man. Why? Why, for death, of course. Years ago, after my exile from Titan, I met and fell in love with the personification of death. For a timeless time, I served her, and she aided me in my schemes. Then, while attempting a universal power play with the aid of the Cosmic Cube, I discovered the bitter taste of defeat. Captain Marvel and the Avengers were the cause of this frustration. Because of their interference, Death began to doubt my worth as a lover and eventually abandoned me. But I swore to regain her favor with a stellar token of my love, the likes of which has never before been witnessed by the cosmos. My offering would show her that I, above all other beings, deserve to be her champion and lover. That is why your solar system must die. Mister, you're really sick. But I tell you what, Dr. Grimm has the cure for what ails you. His world-famous knockout formula. Thick-skinned fool, how dare you pit your minuscule might against my omnipotence? Away from me, you craggy gargoyle. Good Lord, he just laid out the thing for the 10 count without even working up a sweat. Well, Spider-Man, do you also crave a taste of my might? Peter, old boy, you've really stepped into it up to the neck this time. Here you are facing a monster who just creamed the Avengers, Ben Grimm, and Captain Marvel, and now plans to blow out the sun. Face it, Parker, this is way out of your league. You were put together to fight cheap hoods and costumed crazies. There's nothing in the Spider-Man manual about fighting star-bursting demigods. I don't belong here. And I'm not gonna stay. Well, what are you doing? Leaving. This is the Avengers household. They know how to get out of these situations, don't they? They'll save the day yet, won't they? Guards, after that craven costume clown. Bring me back his head. Now where do I go? What do I do? Even if I make it back to the Thing's ship, I'd never be able to figure out how to fly it. But I can't stay here. All I'll accomplish is getting killed by sticking around. But if Thanos succeeds in his plans, what good will running back to Earth do? None. Remain or run? It looks like dead spider for dinner. Okay, so I stay and do what? Thanos would make mincemeat out of me in any kind of direct confrontation. In fact, he'd probably sweep the floor with anyone aboard, except maybe Thor. Looks like that's got to be my plan. I have to turn around and free the man with the hammer. And try to avoid getting too dead to do so. Phew. That was some blind panic number I just ran myself through. Sure glad it passed. Maybe I'm getting too old for this kind of gig. I'll have to do some heavy thinking along those lines later. That is, if there is a later for me. For a moment there, Master Order, I feared the youth's spirit was going to fail us. His instinct for self-preservation nearly kept him from his chosen fate. I had foreseen this possibility, Lord Chaos, but had faith in this noble Earthman's strong heart winning out in the end. For was it not us who chose to endow him with the destiny of being? Spider-Man, bah! To think I almost placed him alongside you, my vanquished yet respected foes. Such cowardice does not deserve preservation. Darn, I had hoped Thanos would be gone by now. No such luck. Now, I don't dare try and follow up his what-do-you-call-it with my webbing. Whatever I do must be fast and efficient. No second chance. I'll just have to smash it with something nice and heavy. Nothing just laying around that'll fit the bill, so it looks like I'll just have to use myself. Metal buckles and cracks open, sparks fly, and circuits short. A mechanical hum suddenly ceases, and 8 pairs of eyes flicker open. Each set quickly changes from an awakening glaze to an abrupt awareness to a seething glare. No! This can't be happening now. But it is. The Avengers are free. Yeah, this one's for Warlock. To arms, Avengers! The time hath come to live up to our proud name. Unhand me, you pitiful louts. You may have succeeded in escaping imprisonment, but I assure you that defeating Thanos, the right hand of death, is another matter entirely. Even now, my army of thralls is rushing to my side. Together we will deal with you as I should have done originally. Take no prisoners, you heard the man, Avengers. It's do or die this time. So tear into them good. Hey, Purple Puss, remember me? It's the bashful blue-eyed thing, come for a piece of your tail. As has Thor, the god of thunder. Chamber rocks with the sound of battle as machinery, bones, and consciousness fall victim to the wild melee which springs to a life of its own. The very eye of the storm bodies, the Asgardian deity and the Fantastic Four's strongest member struggle to keep the villainous descendant of Olympus, burning the surrounding chaos into an organized, effective killing force directed at Earth's defenders. What a great panel. Stay on the offensive, Avengers. Keep them scattered about. If they get their act together, we're finished. Less talk, good captain, and more old-fashioned job-busting. Say, aerial reconnaissance, anything to report? Enemy build-up at 3 o'clock. Someone break it up. I fear not, Marvel. I sense the Vision has it all under control. With the aid of his solar-powered eye blasts. Then we need only worry about the danger's head, for its limbs have been rendered harmless. Surrender, villain, thy cause is lost. Never. As long as life remains within me, hope still remains for the cause of death. I'd not wager heavily for a fabled outcome to this battle, Titan, for you face Thor, mightiest of fabled Asgard's warriors, and the Thing, idol of millions. Together, we spell trouble. Karoom. Or should I say, Thum, Katam, Karoom. Fools! Your combined blows merely serve to gain me the distance needed to turn my destructive eye-beams upon you. Die, life-loving simpletons! The thing has fallen, and a few more such blasts will have Thor joining him. Unless I can do something to stop him. Once again, I must ask the question, what? I have a bundle of scrambled eggs for a head, so I'll be no help in the fisticuffs department. Yet for some unexplainable reason, I have this feeling everything depends on what I do next. You are correct in that assumption, mortal, but the sole responsibility is not your burden. There is another. Myriads and a world away. Ah, my head! Adam, what's wrong? Being pulled, forced, drawn from the gem. Being called back to reality for one last task. One last mission of vengeance. The final layer is primed. It now only remains for the intermediary Spider-Man to facilitate his release. The old spider sense is going crazy. Why? I saw that goon attacking without its aid. Wait, it feels different this time, like it's trying to lead me towards something. And that something has got to be Warlock's soul gem, encased in that glass globe. He has at least realized his goal, but will he reach it? That, I'm afraid, Lord Chaos, is beyond even our abilities to foresee. I wonder when Thanos had time to pop that gem in the globe. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not sure why, but the only thing that counts now is getting that jewel out of that fancy fishbowl. Ah! Can't be stopped now. Too much at stake. Billions of lives riding on me. But I can't see anything but stars engulfing me. Stars about to die. No! Gotta swing my arms around. Gotta... Globes in front of me somewhere. Got to... I did it! I did it! I did it! What the devil did I do? You have succeeded in releasing me, the Ultimate Avenger. Who are you? What do you mean? Thanos knows me and my purpose. Is that not so, Evil One? By the great Nebula, it cannot be you. I saw you die. I killed you. That you did, vile serpent, yet I could not rest while you remained a threat to my universe. No, stay back. You can't stop me now. Not now. The explosive flash blinds everyone momentarily, but even when their vision clears, none are quite sure they should believe what their eyes see. Before them had stood Thanos, proud, powerful, ruthless, and mere heartbeats from victory. Now in that exact spot, moments later, stands the massive Titan, transformed into solid granite. Finding themselves suddenly leaderless and already badly mangled, Thanos' thralls quickly lose their fighting spirit. They sure wasted no time throwing in the towel, did they? It kind of reminds me of May 7, 1945, Berlin. So it goes. Now that they're beaten and disarmed, what will the Avengers do with Thanos' crew? Probably release them. What? You gotta be kidding. What would you suggest doing with them? Imprison them on Earth for their crimes? Think of all the problems that would cause. Yeah, I guess you're right. He was born on Earth. His creators meant him to be the prototype of that planet's future humanity. Yet strangely, he always felt out of place at home and preferred wandering among the stars. That is why we buried him here with the woman he might have loved and his one friend. I pity him, his lot in life, for even here amongst the heavens, Adam Warlock never truly found a place for himself. In his youth, wherever he went, he was found guilty of innocence and eventually executed for that crime. He was resurrected from the ashes, free of his childish inculpability, but haunted by cynicism which remained. Finally, he found light, life, and truth to be his only values, and so became misunderstood and alone. In the end, while protecting that which he cherished, he died as we are all destined to do. I only pray that when my time is at hand, I'll be able to pass as honorably as he. We will mourn you, Adam Warlock. We can do no more. That's the final panel with the little soul gem on top. Actually, that could have been the final panel, but there's one more page. There we go. Later, aboard Sanctuary 3. What's wrong, Webhead? Earth's safe. Thanos is beaten. We're heading home. Why the long face? It's Warlock. I didn't know him that well, but I got a feeling that we all lost something today that we may never see again. Yeah, maybe. But I'd rather think that whatever it was that ended here tonight sort of started a new and better beginning somewhere else. Come on, kid. Let's see if this flying hotel's got a pot of coffee brewing anywhere. It's been a long night. A new and better beginning somewhere else. So Thanos has at last paid for his crimes. What about us now? Well, it looks like we'll just have to get used to living here in paradise without any strife, problems, or pain. Together, I think we'll manage. You know? So do I. What of Thanos, Master Order? He, Lord Chaos, is destined to spend infinity trapped within the petrified form of his own corruption, lamenting the waste he has made of his days, and weeping for a love unfulfilled. And there's a tear running down Thanos' face, here you can see, right here. So that was awesome, great, still great, never been better. The cosmic epic from Starlin. And we also have to give credit to Joseph Rubinstein, who actually is an amazing finisher, one of the best in the biz. Him and Terry Austin succeed in making everybody else. They make great art look even greater. They make great work look even better. Ain't that right, Ben? Okay, just wanted to finish this up, follow it up with just this one quick thing. This is the Starlin, it's called the Cosmic Edition, Artifact Edition. I just wanted to show you some of the artwork from here, from the stories that I read. Here they are, check them out. Look at that there, it's an amazing 2-page panel. If I can pull back, you guys can see that. And we'll close up, pull right in there. Amazing, so great, still great work. Hasn't been better, in my opinion. And then of course we got these guys back here. So covers there. And then this one here. This is another great panel from that series, from those two incredible annuals. Anyway, that's it for now. All the best. We'll see you next time.